If I was hired to take over all of the digital campaigns for a Series A startup, here's what my first 30 days would look like.
My name is Roche. I'm the CEO of Catalyst Consulting, a full-service demand generation agency that specializes in partnering with early-stage B2B SaaS companies.
So the first thing that I would do is actually go in and review any of the historical data that is available, which is including any of the past paid campaigns that have been running, whether that's Google Ads, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the platforms are. I'd go in and actually review the historic data to understand what type of campaigns have been doing well and what campaigns have been performing very poorly. Specifically when I look at platforms like Google Ads, because this is a high intent demand capture channel, I'm looking which campaigns within that platform have actually gone on and resulted in closed won opportunities. Now for early stage companies, you may not have this built out for other platforms, but with Google Ads, it's very easy to set up that attribution. So you should know which search terms, when you're bringing people into your pipeline through Google Ads, are actually going ahead and resulting in sales qualified opportunities, closed won opportunities, and which actually have the highest return on investment. In order to be able to assess all of this, I'm going to assume that you have some kind of CRM already set up. Most of the time I'm working with HubSpot, but the Salesforce, Pipedrive, ActiveCampaign, there are other platforms that may be in play, but we're going to assume for this video that the CRM has been set up and is set up accurately, which, believe me, is not something that happens with every early stage company. And I can go ahead and actually pull those reports from the CRM and look to see which channels have been resulting in the highest return on investment, which channels are the most profitable, and are there any channels that simply aren't yielding any closed won opportunities and any customers, because then I can go ahead and cut those immediately. Next, I'm going to dive very deep into the demand capture channels. So this is your Google Ads, this is your Bing Ads. I'm going to start breaking down each of the campaigns to see what percentage of opportunities and close won rate there is per campaign. The majority of the time when I'm going through this exercise, what I'll find is that one or maybe two campaigns have actually resulted in the majority of closed won opportunities and new customers for that particular client. So I can go ahead and actually turn off the other 95% of those demand capture platform campaigns because of the fact that they're simply not resulting in closed won opportunities and aren't resulting in a positive ROI. With the two campaigns that I have that I've already proven now have a positive ROI, I can actually go ahead and scale those campaigns with the budget that I've just unlocked. By turning off any of the campaigns that aren't resulting in customers, I can now reallocate that budget into the profitable campaigns. And in order to know how much I can increase that budget by, I'm going to look at the following metrics. Firstly, we want search impression share. This is the percentage of the time that those particular keywords are actually going to be showing your ad. So if you're looking at financial forecasting software, what percentage of the time when somebody types that in is your ad actually showing? Next, we're going to be looking at top of page rate and absolute top of page rate. Again, this is the percentage of the time that when a key search term that we know is resulting in customers for our company is showing my ad either at the top of the page or at the number one spot. What I'm going to be looking to do is increase the bidding, increase the daily budget to get to the point where I can have as high a search impression share as possible, as close to 100, and get as close to 100% on our absolute search impression share as well. This will guarantee that those search terms that I already know after reviewing the historic data are going to result in customers. We can continue to increase the pipeline by capitalizing on those key terms. Now we have our demand capture channels set up, I'm going to go ahead and actually look at how we can generate demand to be able to have a positive return on investment over a longer time period. So this is the percentage of the market who isn't in buying mode. How can I now start to produce content that can get in front of them and build that brand affinity and that brand awareness early on in that buying journey? The first step to make here is to actually define who your ICP is if it hasn't previously been defined, or to even go ahead and redefine your ICP and narrow it down or make it broader depending on the size of the target that you're actually after. Now, ICP stands for Ideal Customer Profile. So this is the cream of the crop customers that your sales team would be salivating if they came through the door and came into the pipeline. This is the kind of market that we want to go after and produce as much content as possible to be able to get in front of that target market. Now we've defined our ICP, I now want to start to understand exactly where they're hanging out and, more importantly, where I can reach them. Are they on platforms such as LinkedIn? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Instagram, Facebook? What is the ability to be able to go and target them? Or are they all in online communities where I have to join and start to build up my own brand within those communities? If I want to target chief marketing officers of certain size companies, I know I can go to LinkedIn and I can start to build out those audiences, as well as joining online communities such as Rev Genius or Pavilion, where I can start to build those relationships very organically and start to really understand the questions that my ICP and the problems that my ICP is facing, because that will allow me to produce content that's going to resonate and be the strongest messaging to be able to get across to my target audience. After 30 days of being in these communities, I'm going to have been able to build up enough of an understanding to be able to produce content now, which I can start to distribute via paid social, assuming that they're on those platforms. So now I can start to produce my LinkedIn ads, now I can start to engage regularly in these communities, and I can start to now put out that messaging that's going to allow me as a new hire to be able to build that brand affinity and ultimately have those early stages of generating demand for my new product or service.